On this Father's Day, I want to tell you about a very special man to me, and that is my father, Roy Tomazeski. Look, growing up in Toledo, Ohio, where my father still lives, he worked at a factory called Dana Corporation. He was always willing to do whatever was needed to provide for our family. A lot of times that meant working third shift and sacrificing on so many different levels. There was never any more evidence of this when my mom passed away from cancer when I was 5. That left my dad a single parent at the time, raising a 5, 6, and 14-year-old boys. I can't even imagine the pain and the suffering enduring losing his wife and then being left alone to raise us 3 boys. Looking back at it now, he had so much courage and love, and he never let us forget that we were all in this together. It's funny how sometimes it takes decades to gain a true perspective on what someone has truly done for us. As I think back to some of my childhood memories and life lessons my dad bestowed upon me, a few things stand out. Sundays during the fall when we were playing Little League football, my dad was always there to watch us, cheer us on, and typically he had a pot roast cooking back at home. And it's funny now because pot roast is one of my kids' favorite meals. It's kind of funny how those familyhood meals that we cherish are still some of our favorite staples, don't you think? My dad was always famous for his sweet apple pies. I can smell and taste them to this day, and I'd put them up against any I've ever tasted. I'm not quite sure where he got his baking skills. Lord knows I don't have them, but man, could he make some killer pies. Not to mention the sugar cookies that we had at Christmas time and the hours we spent decorating them and creative and just making the most unique designs out of them. Look, if you've never met my dad, you're missing out on one of the most unique characters of him, and his laugh. My dad is known for anything, it is his boisterous laugh. In fact, I recall one summer while at my dad's company picnic in a small amusement park, my brother and I were walking around towards the picnic pavilion trying to find him, and all we had to do was follow that laugh. It is priceless. Another trait I picked up from my dad, and perhaps to my neighbor's chagrin, I like to call it the Griswold effect. Yes, I'm referring to the Clark Griswold from the movie National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. As we all know, Clark loves to decorate the house, and my dad was no different. Growing up, it was a 2 to 3 day process of untangling and testing the lights and making sure every square inch of the yard was covered in its Christmas glory. Maybe that's why I have 4 Christmas trees in my house. In my front yard, you could spot a mile away during the month of December. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the custom happy birthday renditions that he sings so eloquently on our voicemails. Yes, in fact, we stopped answering the phone when it's anybody's birthday in the house just so we could hear what would be an epic rendition by Grandpa Roy, a Grandpa Roy original, if you will. One of the life lessons I cherish till this day is my dad taught me to never quit on something I started. I remember one day telling my dad I didn't want to go to football practice because my other friends were out going swimming and I wanted to go too. He looked me sternly in the eye and he said, "You made a commitment to play, and when you start something, you finish it." That lesson has helped me overcome many obstacles in my life, and I am truly grateful for that. In fact, I used that exact lesson on my youngest one the other day when she told me that she didn't want to go to volleyball practice. So, thanks, Dad. When I was looking at colleges, I had many options. I wanted to go to Ivy League schools, but they're all on the East Coast, and in my heart, I didn't want to be that far from home. I always wanted to be close enough just in case my dad needed me, like I'd always needed him growing up. I eventually settled on Case Western Reserve because it gave me the challenging academics I was looking for, and it was just a 2-hour car ride. Just in case my dad ever needed me, I could hop in the car and I could be there. Now that I think about it, I probably spent most summers and weekends during my freshman year at home. Let's just say home is where the heart is. When reminiscing about raising 3 boys on his own, my dad often says, "I did the best I could," and I'm here to tell you, Dad, you did a pretty damn good job. Look, I might be a little biased, but I hope you still agree with that. You mean the world to me. And raising 3 boys on your own, I could not even imagine what task that was for you growing up. And look, I'm here to say I'm so grateful for everything you've done for me, for our family, and I can hope just to repay a fraction of that and carry that on to raising my 3 girls. Look, being a father has been the most challenging yet rewarding thing I've ever experienced. I love my girls to death, and I hope I can just carry on like my dad carried on for us growing up. So happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to my dad. Any dads out there, I love being a father. It's my favorite role in life. And thank you so much for letting me share a part of my life when it means so much to me, to you, this happy Father's Day. So all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day and enjoy.